Because there's so much side-by-side action.
And yes, I think this event is everything that it's made out to be. One of the best events on four wheels I think you're ever going to find.
There's nothing like winning at Chili Bowl in general, even if it's a prelim night or the Race of Champions. Just to get on the racetrack's pretty special. Come aiming time, just seeing the crowd there.
To come here and just do what we've done, you know, over the 30-something years.
It's always fun whenever you get like a heavy hitter deep in the field that's going to come up to the field on Saturday, and you know the crowd there is just electric, as you know, and whenever they get someone who's coming up through the alphabet soup on Saturday, they get into it, and it's something worth watching.
Kevin growing up at the feet of Sammy and coming to this race all his life. From the time he was born, he's been coming to the Chili Bowl.
I said, if you're ever going to make 5 good laps, you better make them right now.
People don't realize how much this race really means to me.
That's good for our sport to actually race against the top race car drivers in the United States, and you know, it's a little notch on your resume, you know, if you can beat them guys, and got some good bragging rights going into the following year.
Hello and welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Chili Bowl Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink. An early morning inside the Expo Center, boys, and a big day of racing with over 375 cars entered, and we start with a pair of double O mains.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. It is Driller Day. We had great racing up to this point in all of our qualifying nights, Chris Moore. And I already got goosebumps. I mean, that hype video just gets me going. And guys, it's go time here on Championship Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the slog here to start the day. Everybody with us here from the early morning. If you're tuning in at home, we thank you. We appreciate you. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a grind. But when we get to that certain point, it's gonna be time to really get after it. But these guys here in the morning, just trying to salvage a Chili Bowl, have a little bit of fun on this Saturday morning before maybe, I don't know, cracking open some beers and hanging out with the rest of us and watching. But we're gonna have some fun with them. We're gonna get after it here as we roll along today.
I'm excited to see. You know, every year I feel like we kind of have that magical story of a guy that can make a run. Can they go through 4 or 5 mains? Who's going to be that guy this morning? Well, we'll know here in about 10 to 15 minutes as we get rolling with Hot Laps cars already on the ramp, getting ready to roll down. They're putting the finishing touches on the track right now, and we're ready to roll. It's going to be a big day of racing here inside the Expo Center.
Yeah, Caleb Hart gets to hang out for a little bit, join us a little bit later, but that's all right. We'll have him. He'll be here for the big show coming up later. Track facts for you here at the SageNet Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Opened in 1987 for the original Tulsa Shootout. Rebuilt annually here inside this building. It will be gone by Monday morning. It's a 1/5 clay oval, again, right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And by the end of the night, we get going into that 40-lap A main tonight. They will be running from the berm to the wall.
Nice and chilly out this morning. Windy, too. 22-mile-an-hour winds, and it was bending some trees early. I felt like it was windier than that. 29 degrees outside, but as always, 72 and nice and warm here inside the Expo Center. And the dirt comes from a legendary track, the Tulsa Fairgrounds Speedway, that absolutely legendary in the open wheel community, and same dirt we use every single year. Got some P to H mains. We are going to have the flag ceremony today. They did just add that. That's going to have to happen after the H main, the parade of states where every driver comes out representing their state. Really cool ceremony. Then we'll come back with some G to D mains, then opening ceremonies in a pair of 15-lap C mains, a pair of 20-lap B mains, and a 40-lap race for the check, but more importantly, the Golden Driller. Brian, cars rolling into position on the racetrack. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing well. I am nice and peachy and ready to go for a long day of racing, the final one here for 2025. Racetrack didn't have near as much time to turn around from last night to cars hitting the track again, so it is spread nice and wide across here. It's already ironed out pretty well. Taking a look at the grandstands, there are people up in the reserve seating where they have a secured seat, but very few. It is scattered around there. And then if we pan over and take a look at the general admission area, over here in turn number 2, it's already starting to fill up. It is first come, first serve, and here at 9 a.m., people are finding their seats and getting ready to go to make sure they have a spot to watch tonight's big main event.
First time of the week, guys. Brian's had some sun in his eyes in his opener. First time since the shootout, we should say.
Yeah, definitely get a shootout vibe here, but different than the shootout. Two guys at the top of the ramp. One, you may not recognize, Chris Wellner, Clinton Boyles. How we doing this morning, fellas?
We're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I think.
Yeah,
we're all right.
Like that. Yeah, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. That's what they say. I'm not awake early enough to know what they talk about the mornings.
I know. Everybody's wondering who this guy is. This is what Clinton Boyles looks like at 9 a.m. here on Driller Day.
It's almost easier to not sleep than it is to go to sleep and wake back up.
No kidding, no kidding. Well, things are quiet behind us. They actually have the first P feature rolling down that's going to go for hot laps. But Clinton, look at some of these drivers. I don't know if you want to have the title as Mr. Relevant, but hey, we're going to have a P feature today.
Yeah, you got to start the first one if you want to start a soup run. So these guys have some great attitudes up here. I've seen smiles. Crew guys seem to be pretty happy. So it's I'm excited. It's Driller Day, and we're going to see some great racing.
400 laps scheduled today with 31 mains, and it starts again with the P features. I did get a look at the lineup of those coming down the ramp. Believe the first P feature, if you're making the call, you're in. So you're through one, right?
Yeah, I counted 6, and we're taking 6. So we're going to get some free hot laps here. You got to be safe in hot laps. Don't push the limit here, and you'll be on to the next one.
But it's going to be exciting, Clinton, too, because this is going to get chaotic up here at the top of the ramp. Quick turnarounds, guys making adjustments, and we've seen it in the past. Once we get to about mid-morning, potentials of maybe some 4 or 5 main soup runs here.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for on Saturday. And if your week didn't start off great on a prelim night, you're here, you're committed, you want to make as deep a run as you can, and hopefully collect some extra TV time for your guys. So it's going to be great. The track's going to start off narrow here and widen out, and we'll see what these guys have for us.
You ready to have some soup today?
I don't like soup, so no, I'm not.
Wow, breaking news.
Yeah,
Clinton doesn't
maybe.
like soup. Guys, we got it all covered for you this morning. We got a lot of tired eyes, but hopefully we'll wake them up here with Cars on the Racetrack.
Well, Clinton has officially set the standard. The noon rule no longer applies. So I expect every year from now on, he's here with us at 8 a.m.
I'm only here for you guys.
We appreciate you being here, Clinton, and being a sport. Last night we kind of had the idea, hey, maybe what if Clinton was up at the top of the ramp to start the day, and Clinton was all on board. He's been on board. He was in the infield for a shift at the shootout as well. So gives us 3 goofballs an opportunity to hang out here in the booth and hopefully entertain some folks as our morning rolls along. Earl's still waking up. Earl's on the struggle bus.
It's a struggle for real. I mean, by the time we get done with all of our nightly events and get back to the room and just, shower up and try to get ready, decompress, and before we know it, it was 2 a.m. and we had to wake up in 4 hours from there to get back here to the Tulsa Expo Raceway. But as you can see, cars have fired here for the first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the morning. These are your P main cars that will be competing in those Consolation events. Like the guys said at the top of the ramp, should be 6 cars possibly. Originally 18 starters in the first P main. Top 6 move on throughout the afternoon, guys. And how about it? Just a little bit after 9 a.m. Central Time, and we got midgets on track. And the rumble in this building, there's no better feeling, Chris Moore.
Yeah, half the battle here this morning is just showing up. A lot of guys that are here in these P mains are here because of wrecked race cars and things like that on their preliminary night. So half the battle just having a race car, still being able to race, and like the guys at the top of the ramp said, it looks like about 6 for the first P main. So I believe both of our P mains are actually out on the racetrack. Both P main cars are out on the Expo Raceway here to work in the moisture. And we are going to have hot laps for them. And so, as Clinton said, just survive hot laps and should be moving on to an O-Main here.
And for your folks at home, let us know where you're tuning in at. Tag us, Flow Sports, on all social media accounts. Let us know where you're watching from.
Guys, if we don't have any eliminations here in this race, does that officially count as one transfer through, or are we not counting that?
I mean, I think you got to count it as I'd count it as a transfer.
They say best abilities availability. You got to be in the building, and these guys are. I think it counts.
I agree. I do know the Chili Bowl 50-50, if you're in the state of Oklahoma, you can buy it at chilibowl.com/50-50. Pot already over 70 grand, guys, so that means $35,000.
Did you get your tickets?
Gotta wait. I gotta wait till today. They're selling them.
Oh, you're a buy late guy?
Yeah, buy late. Okay. Buy late.
All right, I respect it. I am too.
That's not a bad deal if you're a race fan and you come to watch races and you're going to take home $35,000 if you partake in the 50-50. That's a good day to me, boys, after how I started my week off at the Hard Rock Casino.
It's going to end up being more than that by the end of the
yeah, exactly.
By the end of the day here. So cars out on the racetrack right now. That's Mark Daly in the 22M out of Brownsburg, Indiana.
Hey guys, I've got a ride on the line here. I talked to Mark and he said, boy, this has been the worst Chili Bowl ever. If I don't get out of this, Wilner, you're in the seat next year. So go Mark Day. Actually, don't go Mark.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should be rooting against him. I would love to see that.
Yes, I agree.
Speaking of, you know who else is in the building already this morning? Is Gordy Gundaker. He's in an N main, is Gordy. He's ready to get after it. Our star pit reporter last night during the qualifiers.
There's Jeff Schindler in this 8X car. He's out there. I did see Greg Dennett in the 19, Justin Dickerson 21D, 84J. Does he shape? Well, there's the 19 of Greg Dennett.
I think we have some O-Main cars out there as well, because I believe I saw AJ Johnson earlier too out there packing the racetrack. And we got one around already. That is, I believe, the 19F.
Joshua Shipley.
Yep.
So these are going to be a lot of cars that race later in the week, because early in the week we didn't have these. So
yeah.
Lower car counts. A lot of these guys can be your Thursday and Friday night qualifiers.
Yeah, so just for perspective, if you're in a P main, you finish 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th in a D main on your preliminary night.
I guess beyond 3rd, you should.
Yeah, you basically didn't transfer out of the D main on your preliminary night, but I believe only 2 of the nights we had a D main.
Correct.
So these are the cars out there, and try to keep you abreast as we go along while you're seeing these race cars out there.
And if you have not big expectations coming to the Chili Bowl, maybe your first go, I've always said go early in the week. Car counts lower. Get you a little extra sleep on Saturday morning.
Yeah, but you never know. You know, some guys they got to go to work throughout the week, so they
or didn't
get
want
here,
to
practice Sunday, and then head home so they can work
spend
all week.
The money in hotels. So I get that absolutely. But if you're here for the week,
yeah, definitely
go early.
Definitely, I would be an early one.
Jack France out there. I see him in the 22G car. Our UK, one of our
Blake Green out there, the 57F as well.
Handful of UK representatives. Blake Green, he didn't come near as far. Mounds, Oklahoma. There's Robert Carson in the 99K. Robert, a long time ago. Oh, we got one upside down. That's the 0L of Carl Long, or Kevin Long, excuse me. Kevin Long in the 0L.
And hopefully
he was 8th in the O-Main a year ago.
Hopefully not too much damage. He's scheduled for the pole of his P main.
At least has a flat left front.
I don't know that the front end's going to be in great shape. See if Brian Ward's active already this morning. He's taking the gloves off.
I'm on my way over, guys.
All right. You know, one of the advantages, Clinton Boyle's at the top of the ramp. Maybe he could jump in and help these guys out.
Yeah, I don't think they were tuned into flow when I was talking earlier about how we just got to get through hot laps.
Yeah, just settle in. Kevin, a Mod Light guy, 12th in Mod Light Texas State points.
Man.
Mod Light kind of evolved out of the Dwarf car. If you're familiar with what a Dwarf car was, kind of Mod Light's evolved out of that.
I don't think he's getting that fixed up.
No,
Front axle looks bent.
Yeah, I had to stay inside the racetrack as cars were continuing to roll by. It looks like both of the shocks are still good, just that left front tire, but I did notice as well the left side Nerf bar, at least one of the bars was out of the spud there on the chassis, so not sure how much other damage. I just didn't get a close enough look. I'm going to try and mosey over to the work area and see if they stop there, and I'll update you from there.
All right, thank you, Brian.
I've got it.
I don't think he took belts or helmet off, so maybe
belt's still on.
Still a little bit of help there for Kevin Carl, hopefully.
I've counted at least 7 cars in P-Main number 2 out there in hot laps, but that was one of them right there. So we might be down to 6 as you get a look at the NOS Energy Drink Grant Camp. Worldwide Technology Raceway. Good ad for them right there, Chris Moore.
Green flag back out again here for our hot laps. 21D, Justin Dickerson out of Pittsburgh, Indiana.
Justin, a longtime regular here at the Chili Bowl. Here's Sarbanowski out there in the 19U car. It's another
Texas native, North Richland Hills, Texas. He's scheduled for the outside pole of P-Main number 2.
Right now, guys, Connor Spear is on top of the pylon. His fastest lap was a 11.650, but the track is going to get faster here throughout the hot lap session as the checkered flag is out. That will wrap up the first Dirt Draft hot lap session of the morning for the P-Main cars. And Jeff Schindler will be the fastest one so far as they will head up the ramp.
So 13 cars made the call on O-Main hot laps. 4 of them out of, or excuse me, P-Main hot laps. 4 of them out of the first P-Main, 9 out of the second P. And Chris Wilner, you got cars coming at you.
We do have cars coming at us, but more importantly, FloRacing, we got to help a brother out. And our boy, the Colfax Comet, Robert Bell. Matthew Dillner, I heard you found a bungee cord finally.
Well, I'm a media member. I'm not supposed to be a crew member, but I'm honorary. My boy Robert here, I heard he needed the bungee cord. Sorry, Daniel Adler, I stole it from your cart. I don't know if you're going to get it back.
We may return it.
But this is a real hardcore racer. This is a hardcore racer right here.
He is.
And when my friend Robert Bell tells me he wants a damn bungee cord, I like Robert so much I stole one for him.
Hey, it's tuned up.
I don't want to touch it.
You don't want to touch it?
I want to race first before I go to jail.
You ready to go, bud?
You bet. You bet. We're going out there expectations of trying to win a feature, whether you win the first one or the last one.
Hey, what's it like here Saturday morning? I mean, you still get that energy? You are just absolutely spry and ready to go.
I'm tired, but yeah, I'm ready to go racing. I'm always ready to go racing.
You didn't have a late night last night, did you?
No, not really.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
Oh, he behaved, Robert Bell. That's shocking. How about that? Hey, go get him, bud.
Thanks, guys. Love y'all. You guys are all the greatest.
We love you too, Robert Bell. Guys, he made the call. He's ready to go.
Who do you think he was calling? Was he calling us the greatest, or fans at home, or Chris Wilner?
Lonnie Wheatley, probably.
Oh, okay.
Lonnie. I'd have lost that bet with Lonnie. Looks like maybe 2 hot lap session, or 1 hot lap session for the 2 P-Mains, and they're getting ready to spin them back around as you get a look at the busiest guy in the work area throughout this week, Brian Dunlap here bright and early as he gets a look at the racetrack. We'll be back, guys. Almost P-Main time here at the Chili Bowl. Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink. Could use a NOS Energy Drink right now here at the SageNet Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The first of a pair of P mains, but it looks like actually going to be one P main, because seeing Mark Daly roll out there, he was scheduled to be in P main number 2. So maybe just going to move the cars out straight forward. So P main number 2 will actually be the only P main of the day to kick off our day. Dirt Draft. Get your dirt draft lineup set. They have a leaderboard for every main from the M main on set. So Earl Hoon, that's a lot of dirt draft for you to set your lineup today.
Yep, I got the old app fired up right now. Gonna start to set my lineups here. We'll be switching them throughout the afternoon. That's one great thing about the Dirt Draft app.
Chris Moore stayed up late doing his.
Did a lot of
Like
research.
2, 3 in the morning waiting for Dirt Draft to get
I was waiting for the lineup,
yeah,
so that I knew what was. Yeah.
Yep.
Keep in mind, if you've been playing along all week, the soup run for Dirt Draft will not count towards the overall leaderboard.
Correct.
It will be its own leaderboard with its own trophy and its own winner. So the soup leaderboard is separate from the Chili Bowl leaderboard that you've been playing along with and putting your hard effort into to be near the top of the standings, which I am not.
Nor am I.
At all. It has been a really bad week. Really bad week. I don't know how Chris Wilner did yesterday. He was the one kind of holding it down for the quote-unquote talent, the on-air guys.
It wasn't good, Moore. It wasn't good. My Chili Bowl pool, I jumped from 500 to 72nd.
Oh, so you're in the green now.
I'm in the green on that deal, but Dirt Draft, I need some help today.
Yeah, you're a lucky guy. I'm struggling on all fronts. This has not been a good week for me as far as all that is concerned. I did start my. There you go. There you go to look.
Get your free T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Sign up if you're not subscribed to Dirt Draft. You got to be. It's a lot of. Oh, Kyler Hope. Geez, the production guys are kicking our tails. Jeez, oh man. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, go to dirtdraft.com or download the app on the Google Play or Apple App Store. Download Dirt Draft. So much fun, a lot of fun. Now you can do private leagues with your friends. So it's absolutely awesome. Highly recommend. Thanks to the folks at Dirt Draft for all they do. And sponsoring Hot Laps for us all week. So you just watch Dirt Draft Hot Laps. What's up, Clinton?
I just got my Dirt Draft lineup set for these M mains. You guys are in trouble. I'm telling you right now.
You got her dialed in, Clinton?
Yeah, she's ready to rip, boys. We're going to be good.
Let her eat.
Clinton has struggled just like the rest of us on the Chili Bowl leaderboard, but looking to take home the trophy, I guess, in the soup run.
Hey, I'm before noon in the Dirt Draft pool. That's why I'm here. I got to be covered.
So 8 cars for 6 spots out on the racetrack here for our only P feature, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not P feature number 2.
Yeah, I guess just the P feature.
Yeah. So Kevin Carl was scheduled for the pole. He is no longer on it. And again, you're going to have to bear with us as the day goes along because we get lineups, but we do not have all the cars out for the lineups.
Pierce Urbanski and Jack France on the front row.
8 cars out there. Remember, top 6 finishers move on to the O main. So here we go. We come around to complete lap number 1. Your early leader is going to be the 19U of Pierce Urbanowski.
Last year, Pierce didn't appear on Saturday, so his Chili Bowl already off to a better start than a year ago.
This the battle
the J.
for the final transfer spot. That's going to be Blake Green slipping by Jesse Chappelle and taking that 6th and final transfer spot. Oh, and then Justin Dickerson gets crossed up off of 2. Green grabs another one. Dickerson back to the bubble.
Green on the move here. We only had 1 hot lap session prior to taking the green flag here for the P main. Track still very, very fast early on. As Blake Anderson, we got 6 laps to go.
Yes, we do, and Pierce is rolling pretty good. Right now, Pierce, Jack France, Joshua Shipley, Mark Daly, Blake Green, Justin Dickerson, your top 6 trying to stay alive. Laps in the upper 11-second frame, which looked where we were yesterday, and we were in like the upper 12s, low 13s to start Dirt Draft hot laps. So track actually shaping up pretty good.
Urbanowski out in front, carrying the left front around here on this juiced up Expo Raceway, working off of 4. 3 laps to go this time by for Pierce Urbanowski. Everybody pretty well settled in right now. There's a look at your car on the final transfer spot. Justin Dickerson on Blake Green's back bumper, but they have a comfortable 4-second advantage back to Jesse Chappelle.
Twin sticks are in the air, just 2 more times around here for your P feature event. Pierce Urbanowski will come around, see the white flag 1 more time around. Urbanowski now out to over a 2-second lead as he goes into turns number 3 and 4. He'll come around, see the checkered flag, and check flag still waving there, Blake, and that will end the P feature event.
Well, we'll see what they do there. I'm gonna be yep, looks like they're going up the ramp. Got
one slowing right here in front of us.
So Pierce Urbanowski, he's got a 2020 L main win. Well, he can add 2025 P main win to the resume. He'll move on with Jack France in second, Joshua Shipley third, Mark Daly fourth, Blake Green fifth, and Justin Dickerson in that 6th and final transfer spot.
NOS Energy Drink Ramp Camp cars rolling up the ramp, and we will get set now for an O-Main. O-Main number 1.
The Ross Wee Special.
Have your popcorn ready.
Yes.
We do have some popcorn over there back on the table. I considered breaking it out, but it's a little early for that.
So you see cars rolling down the ramp.
Including Robert Bell. You get a look there as he rolls down the ramp on his way. Top 6 will make their way into an N main. But first, we're going to send it up top for a K1 Race Gear interview with Clinton Boyles.
Thank you, guys. Pierce, you were absolutely flying around the Expo Raceway right there early in the morning, but you turned in an 11.3 second lap. That's fast for anyone here. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I mean, when I heard there was going to be a P main, I figured, why not try and join it? No, we had a rough heat, so I'm hungry, so let's eat some soup tonight.
You got to start somewhere. What's the goal here? How many do you think you can get through? You got the car speed to go through a few at least.
Well, the brakes are kind of fading right now, and it makes it hard on a tight track. I'm gonna say I can get through 4.
4, that's a good goal, guys. So we got the bar set. We'll see what Pierce can do throughout the rest of the day.
Can he get to the M and get in Earl's Dirt Draft lineup? That's what he's shooting for.
That's everybody's goal, is to be in Earl's Dirt Draft lineup.
Lifelong goal.
All right, Pierce, I got my eye on you, buddy.
Cars in the O main finished 13th and 14th in their C feature, along with our transfers out of P feature. Well, our cars that showed up for P feature number 1. Donovan Peterson, Cody Beard on the front row. Robert Bell and Billy Rayburn are in row number 2. Reese Womack and Carter Jensrud in row number 3. Row 4, Steve Paget and Darren Kaufman. Tim Creech II and Catherine Legg in row number 5. Connor Speed, Steve Gresham in row 6. Brandon Boggs, Jeff Schindler, Greg Dennett, and Robert Carson. The car's scheduled to occupy those 6 spots. Again, without running it, they just took the top 6 in the lineup of P feature number 1 and tagged them on the back, but we did not see them all out there.
Robert Bell and a 4-time Indy 500 starter in the same race here.
And that is exactly
on Saturday.
Chili Bowl Saturday.
Chili Bowl
is. It is. The beauty of it.
That's pretty incredible, actually.
Yep. There's a look at the 17H of Henry Chambers. He was 13th in Kevin Studley J-Main number 2 a year ago. 3 wins in a modified for Henry Chambers this year. Driving one of the Kuntz cars out of Bloomington, Indiana.
ND Darren Kaufman out of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. The Second Opinion, out of the Second Opinion camp, the Dan and Patricia Harris owned team.
Hand controls in there. He's paralyzed. That's a neat little story.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool story with Darren Kaufman in the 2ND. He's become a Chili Bowl regular the last handful of years. Last year he was 11th in Kevin Studley J-Main number 2.
So they'll roll the cars out here before we get them lined up. Well, what do we think? Pierce Urbanowski said he could go through 4 mains. It is doable out here again.
Yeah.
With this early. You're definitely going to have some dropouts in each feature, and despite the track now being super wide, you have an opportunity to kind of get comfortable on a fast racetrack like this. As you get a look at Catherine Legg rolling around the racetrack. That is the 4-time Indianapolis 500 starter you were referencing, Blake.
Yes, it is. Career best 22nd for Catherine Legg in the Indianapolis 500. She notched that one in 2012. I got some news for you, Earl and Chris. So they're going to do a soup leaderboard on Dirt Draft. $50 promo code to the top 100 to Deathridge Opticians in the soup leaderboard on Dirt Draft. So you've got until it starts in the M mains. You got a couple races. So if you're watching on Flow, get those Dirt Draft soup leaderboard set through the soup. A lot of mains today, but $50 code to Deathridge Opticians. Greg Deathridge out of Texas does a great job supporting racers all over the country.
Absolutely. According to Clinton, he's dialed in. He's gonna get one of those spots.
I get my contacts from Greg here eventually. I'm gonna switch to contacts.
Oh yeah?
I'm getting old. I had to make the change to glasses. Never had needed glasses till a year ago.
I probably need something. I can't see anything beyond 6 feet in front of my face. So
it got to the point where it's like, okay, I need something out there.
So again, these cars out here in the O main finished 13th and 14th in their C feature on their preliminary night, along with our quote-unquote transfers. Cars that showed up anyway for P feature number 1 as we go a couple of pace laps here to work in the racing surface, continue to try and widen it out and work it in as we go along today. But lights are still on here on the racetrack.
Yeah, officials.
Yeah, I believe lineup not quite right where it belongs.
We'll see what they do here. I don't see anyone moving yet.
Starting to pack them up though.
Yeah.
Get them pretty close here. Yeah, we mentioned Catherine Legg. Tip of the cap to her, Blake.
Out of her comfort zone.
Big time out of her
100%.
comfort zone. And to come out here and be a part of the Chili Bowl. Everybody wants to be a part of the Chili Bowl nowadays.
That's the beauty of this event.
Yeah.
Guys, she's having a busy week too. She actually tested an ARCA car at Daytona last week, planning on running at Daytona in February. So she's checking off 2 boxes, Chili Bowl and a stock car at Daytona. It's pretty good.
One end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah. So
here we go.
Caution lights are out, boys. Once again, we will go green at the chalk line in turn number 4. This is your O main, top 6. Move on, we're underway.
You're bringing us to green like time. We got one. Oh boy, Catherine Legg. Wow. She caught some airtime there. Safety officials on the scene quickly.
Not quite sure what happened there. We just caught the tail end of it when Legg caught some air time there.
So safety official's going to get over to her, make sure that she is okay. And we got one into the work area, and there you get a look. She is climbing out of the car, so good news there. One, I think, just went up the ramp.
So we'll have replays coming to you. This is the start of the O main. Keep your eye right there.
Oh, she kind of got pinched into the wall there. I don't know if someone moved Darren Kaufman up the racetrack, but
oh, left front over.
Yeah.
Right rear.
Boy, she had some air.
She did. Good to see her climb out of the car in her own power. And I see Brian's there. She's still got the helmet on, so we'll let her catch her breath. Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, she's gonna unstrap the helmet here. Just got in the side-by-side. Several other cars kind of got clogged up there. Now the headstock's off. Just talking to the driver here. Catherine, a wild one there. Looked like you kind of got squeezed and just launched you in the air. What did you see before it all happened?
Yeah, I went to the outside, and he just came over on me, and I had nowhere to go. And so I closed my eyes. I don't think I saw too much, to be honest.
Limited time in these cars. I imagine that's probably the first time you've taken a ride like that in one of these.
Yeah, 100%. It's my first week in a midget, first week on dirt, but it will not put me off.
All right, good to hear that. We'll see Catherine back in a dirt car.
Thank you, Brian.
As you said, tip of the cap to her for stepping out. We've had several drivers start to do that the last handful of years, step outside of their comfort zone, and that's really cool to see. Let's look at Steve Gresham in the 27G car. Steve was 14th in El-Main at #2 a year ago.
I see Darren Kaufman getting assistance to the work area as well.
Yeah.
So we had
They're backing him out now.
Yeah, we've sent Catherine Legg up the ramp with the damaged race car. We had one drive up the ramp under that yellow flag, and now Darren Kaufman being pushed into the work area. And that looks like an up the ramp as well for the driver of the 2MD.
So we'll get the field lined back up.
Something to keep in mind, we do have the 10-minute rule on some of these mains early in the day, 10 minutes or 10 laps, and they did take the green, so I would imagine the clock probably running.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, these are scheduled and are listed as 10 laps or 10 minutes.
And they give them a little bit of leeway, too, in there. Like,
yeah,
if they're...
I mean, I'd imagine if you're green when the 10-minute mark hits, you let them go at least till the next flag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They give them some leeway. Usually it's 10. If that gets to that point, it's 10 minutes or the next flag.
Yeah.
Hey, Blake.
Yes.
I just got a message from our friends over at Stidda.com. Stidda is racetrack driver insurance, crew guys, everything. They're going to do a digger of the day, up to us who it can be. There's a free checkered membership for them. That's $500,000 in medical coverage for any incidents that happen at a racetrack. That's a $500 value that we get to give away today to somebody.
Well, I would say Catherine Legg, probably, that might be a tough one to beat. Look who's on the pole here at this restart.
Yeah, I think Donovan Peterson got the kibosh while...
Roberto in his favorite spot on the pole says he likes to roll the bottom.
I don't think he's going to have the pole anymore.
Caution's back out.
Oh, in the words of Earl Hoon Jr., oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Earl, why did you say that? I forget. What caused you to say that?
What prompted that, Earl?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, boys. Thanks. Mark the time. 9:45.
Oh, there you go. Robert back to his... You know what? Starting on the pole, he was playing with house money anyway.
Yeah.
He was scheduled to start inside around number 2.
That was too easy for Robert Bell.
He said he wants a challenge.
Exactly. Let's pass some race cars. Now.
We're taking the outside of the front row,
Cody Beard.
Yeah, that car shut off.
Car's not under power. Cody Beard in the 17E car.
We are on the struggle bus here in El-Main #1.
14th in the El-Main a year ago. Picked up a D2 midget win at Coles County Speedway in Illinois in June.
And yep, he's going to go up the ramp as well. So
Billy Rayburn now to the outside of the front row.
Yeah,
we Chili Bowl champion Corey Kruzman was wrenching on that car early in the week.
Keep rolling like this. We're going to be down to 6 here in a minute.
Yeah.
We have, I think, 10 left.
It's quick math.
Yeah, 10 of the 16 scheduled still out there on the racetrack.
Looking for 6.
Looking for some green flag racing here.
Oh boy.
Well, we're looking to go 3 wide. Hold on, boys. Donovan Peterson, he will lead lap #1. I was just still looking to go 3 wide mid-pack there on a very, very narrow track surface early on here in the O-Main. Caution lights are on, guys.
Steve Gresham in the 27G round was running 10th.
He is not having fun so far.
Robert's back to 8th, so...
Yeah, not a good first lap.
Not a good
for Robert Bell.
Lap or 2 for Roberto.
Guys, we just had an incident under caution here. Brandon Boggs just got monster trucked in the corner, and I would expect him to probably pull off soon. His left rear got jumped and his header got folded up in that red and white 13 tub car.
Billy Rayburn is stopped. Is that who went over in the 18K?
Rayburn's the one who went over. They had all slowed with the caution, and Rayburn just came in hot. Not sure if he didn't see the caution or if he just couldn't slow the car down with a brake issue, but he just came in and hammered the 13, jumped over that left rear and folded up the header.
Did confirm early in the week, Earl and Chris, that Brandon Boggs is not related to Wade Boggs. I asked him at the draw. Thought that was worth confirming. And
Boggs is going to stay out.
Stay out. That's hanging out over the Nerf bar, though.
I don't know if that'll make it more or less challenging to get an interview with him. Probably more.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's shoved right in your
more.
face.
That is.
Thank goodness that's going to be a Chris Wilner problem. Or a Clint Boyle. No, this is a Chris Wilner vehicle.
That's a Wilner problem.
Yeah. Have fun, Chris. So, well, we're dropping like flies, although everybody going to continue between Gresham, Rayburn, and Boggs.
Tell you what, Robert wasn't keeping it tight and buttoned up there on the restart. Brandon Boggs able to keep rolling, though, fellas.
See what happens here. We come around to complete lap number 3 in this 10-lap O main. Jonathan Peterson still your leader. Tim Creech to second in the runner-up spot. Things are starting to get a little busy, guys, back here for the final transfer position.
Well, we talked about it. If we're counting, making it from that first P feature, Connor Spear and Jeff Schindler have both moved on from the P, now in transfer positions here in the O, and we are yellow again, and I believe that's Gresham again.
That it is.
And that would be the third one he's been involved in. Granted, the first one.
Parked right in front of Nate.
Yep.
And Nate's been busy back there.
Yeah. Nate had a close call.
He did.
The other night. Oh. We had a car go directly into the hay bales at the base of his camera stand.
I don't think he had.
But he didn't flinch.
Well, listen,
Nate's a professional.
Okay.
Only one person on this crew got run over this week.
Yeah.
Good hell.
Hopefully Mark Chisholm's okay when he hit that barrier.
I don't even know what to explain. I was waiting for an interview with Chase McDermott, and guy just didn't bother to steer the race car. I don't know. Do we have it on camera?
He didn't even say sorry.
Didn't even say sorry either. I don't know.
He probably wasn't a modified fan.
He watched me in a shootout, guys. That's the problem. He watched me in my A-class race.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Just figured that was customary for the flow game.
Yeah, blinker. So here we go. We're going to come back to green right now. See who are going to be the transfer cars. Jonathan Peterson will lead them down the back straightaway. Hard into the wall.
That's Rayburn.
Junk.
Yeah. That's going to cost a few bucks. That's
Billy
going to be
Rayburn,
a full pickup.
He was 12th in an O main a year ago. He will be 9th in this O main this year.
Would you
17th in Ventura Raceway Senior Sprint points this year.
I guess
it's an improvement.
Well,
big picture.
I bet he would disagree.
Yeah, I bet he would.
If he finished last year, I bet he would disagree.
Oh, boy.
Just
got
out of the groove.
Yeah, that was glad to see him moving around and hopping out under his own power.
Yeah, you can tell the tube on the rear axle snapped.
That's gonna be a 2 tow truck lift there. They just probably got the picker.
They'll get the straps.
They'll get the picker, yeah. Good to see Billy out under his own power, though, as Brian Ward. That is a tore-up race car, buddy boy.
Guys, surprisingly, the axle is all still intact. It's not snapped there. That I think it's just a wheel center is broke, making this right rear kind of look cockeyed here, but obviously way too much damage to repair and come back out, so the week will be done for Billy. They are going to hook the entire car up, hang it, and carry up to the pit area, and Billy's just going to walk with an official. He's kind of walking gingerly. The way he came into that corner makes me believe there was some sort of brake issue, because he was just coming in hot every time, whether the car was just too tight or he couldn't get it slowed down coming into the corner carrying too much speed in. That car just went straight up to the wall, and they'll have to go give the entire car a once over.
Way to keep your head on a swivel down there, Brian. Almost needed a wrecker for him.
Head on a swivel.
Whoa.
Mama.
That'll wake you up. Or knock you back out, one or the other.
I think we're down to 8 now.
Earl didn't make it to breakfast this morning.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad he's here.
Yeah.
He's in rough shape.
You
needs a heater.
Terrible. You are ruthless.
Yeah, maybe the heater will get him some life here. Although he's
Heater
been
or
hacking
smelling
pretty
salt?
good too.
He has been. I think that's why he needs it. He's been hacking over there. Clear things out for him. Get him some menthol.
He actually did genuinely say after our meeting that he was considering going and finding some smelling salt. So we might have an addiction.
Yeah.
He might become one of those guys now.
Sarah, he's going to go home and his wife Sarah's going to have all new smelling salts for him.
Sarah, Earl is officially a smelling salts guy.
He is.
Heaters and smelling salts.
Sarah is an absolute saint. She's a saint.
Anybody who agrees to marry Earl has to be. Or something wrong.
Oh no, Robert pulled off.
And then there were 7.
And the white flag is already out.
Yep.
I'm going to cut this one. Yeah, a little short, so it'll come around. See the checker flag, and winning the O-Main will be the 11X of Donovan Peterson. 17K of Tim Creech, the second, will finish in the runner-up spot. Finishing third, the 13 of Brandon Boggs. Then you got Carter Gendrud, Connor Spear, and Jeff Schindler. Rest of the transfer cars.
So Spear and Schindler are now advanced from the P to the O to the N. And that one
pays to show up, right?
Yeah. This early, hey, you did everything it takes to come down here for the Chili Bowl.
Yeah, might as well.
Why not show up Saturday and see if you can have a little bit of fun and get the
you get a plaque for winning a main.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, Brian pointed it out. There's the rowdy section's about, I don't know, a little under halfway full. You got some people to put on a show for. Chris Wilner, you're ready to get hot up there at the top of the ramp.
Yeah, I'm getting hot from this freaking muffler that's sticking right at me. Brandon Boggs, I don't know how the heck you finished with this thing, but hey, you're here early. You might as well run some races.
Yeah, we just had issues on our prelim night. Buried us. We sucked. That was about the scariest double file start I think I've ever been a part of. Glad we made it out of there somewhat alive. I'm super pumped to be here this early in the morning. Didn't even get to finish my coffee, so hopefully we keep going. I think the goal is just to stay alive through these next 2 if we can. It's fucking scary.
Well, are you going to try to fix this thing, bend it back, or just roll with it?
I have no idea what their plan is. I was trying to bend it back under yellow out there. I don't know why I thought I could do that, but
it's a little hot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little warm.
All right, that's Brandon Boggs, guys. Thrilled to be here on a Saturday morning.
Guys, I checked in with Robert Bell. I said, I can't believe they called a jump start on you. He said, well, I did. I wanted to freaking win.
Why'd he pull off, Clint?
He told me he did not pull off, and he just missed it by 1. So I'm not sure what happened there.
I didn't think he was out there at the end.
He absolutely did not finish that race.
He did not finish.
That was
Now, there's a situation where he thought someone thought they saw checker. We've had that this week. I don't know. Robert, you definitely did not finish that.
I'm rooting for Brandon Boggs. I want more Brandon Boggs
Guys,
interviews.
I'm wondering if there might have been a transponder issue, because when you said that he pulled off, I quickly looked up and scanned, and I saw him at the rear of the field. So he was in the very back. He was the last car to come across, but he may have just not. He may have lost the transponder, and needed another bungee cord to hold it on.
That's kind of speed.
I was just going to say, the G-force on that tape. Speaking of that tape ball, the girls gave us an update this morning. Over 40 pounds. That
big.
That tape ball is
hasn't gained much weight yet. Today it'll go up a lot.
Yeah.
Earl?
So here is the lineup for O-Main feature number 2. Starting on the pole in the 64 is going to be Andy Pake alongside. Starting P2 in the 22S, it's going to be A.J. Johnson. Rolling off third, Gordy Gundaker in a 14G, and starting fourth, you have Connor Morrell in the 14F. Third row looks like this. To the inside, you'll have the 84R of Chris Roseland, and then Cole Parker in the 11K outside. Starting 7th, 21R of Miles Tomlinson. Rolling off 8th, Jason Bennett in the 121. Then you're going to have Terry Nichols, Jay Mallory Making up row number 5, starting 11th and 19, you have Pierce Urbanowski and Jack France in the 22G. Looking at the 7th and 8th rows, you will have Joshua Shipley, Mark Daly, Blake Green, and Justin Dickerson.
Andy Pake, pole sitter, a 410 winner this year, Earl. Picked up an OSA win at Buffalo River.
Guys, massive news. A wheel cover flew off of Robert Bell's car into the
I saw one
grandstands.
go flying, yeah.
There's a lucky fan in row number 20 who's got it.
Oh, boy.
Have him sign it.
Well, no, Robert Bell will probably want it back.
Well,
yeah, Carbon.
He's not buying a new one.
Carbon wheel cover.
He's not buying a new one. We know that.
I saw it go flying.
Yeah, that's a souvenir right there. If there's any kind of mark on it that proves it's from Robert Bell's race car, that thing's worth some dollars. So how about it? Gordy Gundaker did a hell of a job yesterday. Pit reporting.
He sure
doing
did.
The interviews.
Made the call, and there's Andy Pake in the 64. 11th in points at Houston Speedway. 410 this year. Rosie's Raceland entry. Jody Rosenboom car. Always good to see Jody around the racetrack.
He got to be happy with his night last night with TJ Smith in that race car. TJ
absolutely
had to fight to get in through the B, but boy, did he get after it, put on a show, climbed into the top 10 in last night's preliminary feature. So TJ Smith, tip of the hat to him. And as he said, we talked about that was a late deal coming together. He was supposed to drive for 6-8 Motorsports, and they had some personal problems, couldn't make it out, and so TJ had things come together with Jody Rosenboom. And
certainly thinking of them out in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Lost their house in the fires in Los Angeles.
Yeah, definitely send our thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by the wildfires in Southern California.
Bob Euchre and his family as well as broadcasters. That's
all-time greats.
That's
right
a
there.
loss right there. Just a bit outside. Yeah,
tried the corner and missed.
Ball 1,
ball
4, ball 8,
ball 12. I don't know, guys are looking out.
Vaughn having trouble finding the strike zone.
AJ Johnson doesn't look like AJ's going to make the call. The pro sprint driver at Knoxville Raceway. Looks like I see the 14F of Connor Morell on the outside of the front row.
I had him in my dirt draft lineups.
Yeah, Connor. He picked up a couple of 410s this year, 410 wins this year. Butler up in Michigan on June 29th and Lernerville on August 2nd. Butler Speedway, that place, new ownership there in the last couple of years, they've done a phenomenal job getting that facility flipped around.
Yellow light's still on here. You see in the first handful of mains we're going to have today, we're probably going to have this as they continue to pack in the racing surface, try and widen it out as we go along.
That and a lot of lineups to sort out, guys moving around, guys scratching, so just to making sure, double, triple checking the lineups are right.
And as you say, they're one of the officials there trying to point one of the cars into a different spot here, trying to get the lineup squared away. So
you do need to have a receiver when you come here and compete at the Chili Bowl Nationals powered by NOS Energy Drink. So that is how the officials are communicating with the drivers.
Well, they're trying that.
Some drivers tend to listen, some not, but looks like the lineup is good now. Caution lights will go out around the speedway.
Need Ross Paulson on the one-way race radios. Few things are as entertaining as Uncle Ross on the radio.
Him talking on the radio while trying to eat popcorn. That's a good one.
Here we go, Earl Hoon.
Coming out of 4, and here we go. Green flag is out.
Andy Pake.
Set the pace.
Yellow. It's for
Cole Parker, the 11K, but he's still rolling.
Yeah. Cole, a Chili Bowl rookie, picked up a pair of UMP modified wins at Circle City Raceway, where he finished second in points there, or sixth in points at Circle City, was second in UMP modified points at Bloomington. Beautiful facility in Bloomington. If you ever get a chance to go down to Bloomington, Indiana, check out the clay. Quarter mile, beautiful all grass infield, Chris.
Blake, how many racetracks have you been to?
I'm in the 190s.
Good hell.
Yeah. I think I'm low 190s now.
Phew. Good for you. I don't think I'll ever get there.
That's some numbers.
Yeah, that's a life's worth of work right there.
So here we go. Let's see if we can complete first lap under green. Give it a shot here at feature number 2. Andy Pake will be the early leader. Very fast track and narrow racetrack early on.
Yeah, Pake once again though, using the front row starting spot to jump out, get the early advantage. You get a look here a little bit further back. This is Mark Daly trying to muscle his way up through the field.
Wilner. We're on Wilner watch.
Yeah, Daly's picking up some spots here, trying to march his way through.
There's the battle for the transfer. Jay Mallory has it. Chris Wilner, you might have a Chili Bowl ride. Mark Daly's trying though. Oh boy.
Come on, Jay Mallory. Put that Glenn Steyer's racing machine, park it on the bottom. Keep Daly behind you.
Not that we're rooting against Mark Daly, but
we're just rooting for Chris Wilner.
Exactly. And oh, he left that bottom open.
Oh, he's got good drive. Chris, we got a shot here.
Oh, Mark's taking. Oh! Jay got tight. Mark Daly takes the spot.
Halfway in this one, just 5 more times around, and now
I think Mallory's got problems.
Yeah,
he's slow there on the back straightaway.
See if he makes it off. We'll still stay green.
And no
caution. Like
no.
No.
Chris.
No.
The 2005 I-Main winner here at the Chili Bowl, Mark Daly, rose to a stop in a transfer spot.
Hey, but a valiant effort. He also had shoulder surgery not too long ago. He says it's been killing him. He was trying to fight through it, but
he was rolling good there, Chris.
He was. I mean, I was rooting for him. Don't get me wrong, but
oh, stop. Yeah, again, we were certainly not rooting against him. Just the thought of Chris Wilner out there.
I'm just happy he made it up this morning. He's been hitting it hard this week.
How about Jack France in a transfer spot in the 22G? Jack was 10th in LMA #1 a year ago, has 17 Brisca F1 wins, and he was the 2023 Brisca F1 World Semifinal Champion.
He's an main transfer.
Yeah.
Up to the O now. Pierce Urbanowski right behind him as well. Urbanowski trying to make good on his word.
He's already racked up a win today.
Yeah, hey, what's one more?
Right?
We had another one stop there on the back straightaway and just get pushed into work area and heading up the ramp. So we continue to lose them as we go here. O feature number 2. 6 laps complete, 4 laps to go. Lights are out. We're going to go back to green. It's Andy Pake, Connor Morrell, Jason Bennett, Gordy Gundaker, Chris Roseland, and Jack France. Your cars in transfer spots right now.
Good start by Andy Pake once again. No change within the top 4. Cars starting to shuffle around there mid-pack, trying to get back up there in the top 6.
Look at Pierce eating. Yep. Pierce is absolutely eating above the optimal line, you could say.
He does not need a left front this early in the morning, that's for sure. That thing's got
Oh, no! I blame Blake.
I didn't say it. Chris Moore literally just said he does not need a left front.
Well, if he didn't have it, he'd probably still be going
later.
Now he definitely didn't need the left front. He's getting out.
Oh.
Bummer.
And he was making that thing rip, too.
He was.
Yeah, if he wasn't going to transfer, it certainly wasn't going to be for lack of effort.
Here's
look
an
at the
replay, and as you nailed it, Chris, doesn't need a left front, and
Bob. I'm telling you, if he didn't have it, he'd have been in better shape.
Oop. Well, no smelling salts needed there. I'm sure that'll get you awake and ready to roll for the day.
Brian Ward's on the scene.
Yeah, I don't know which end they're going to pick this car up. The front and the rear are both broke.
We're going to have another full pickup?
We might. Left front shock is broke off the axle. The axle is broke right there, but they can't pull it from the front even with that because the left side inert car is just wedged back in to the left rear tire. It wouldn't be able to roll. So here we go. We'll see how it does. It'll might drag a little bit, but we're gonna get there. Pierce, you made it through one, fighting through another. You were carrying the left front. You had a lot of speed on this racetrack this morning.
Yeah, I know. I just pitched it in too hard, and it got bite and went forward and got his right rear. So, you know, that's the way it goes. But man, it sucks. New car last year did the same thing. New car this year on our lid.
Sounds like you need to get this one fixed up and bring back a used car next year.
Something like that, yeah.
Guys, Pierce Urbanowski will head up the ramp in the 19U. A former go-kart driver that he used to call back in the day when he was just a youngster.
Thought we were going down in here, Earl Jr. Chris Moore struggling. Cheers. They work better if you sit in them, Chris.
Holy smokes. I had to brace myself for a second, too. I didn't know what was going on.
Easy on the easy bake oven.
I still don't know what happened.
Easy, fellas. White flag is out.
Through the plywood floor. Earl hasn't even had to hit the table yet this morning.
So,
that was checkered.
O feature number 2 coming to a close.
Andy Pate can add a win to his list, Earl.
Connor Morrell, 2nd. Jason Bennett, 3rd. Gordy Gundaker, 4th. Chris Roseland, 5th. And Jack France. Those 6 cars will be moving on. As you will see, a traffic jam. The ramp going up top to meet the guys. Good shot there of the ramp cam, brought to you by NOS Energy Drink. We've been up there all week, boys, and things get very, very hectic up there at the scales and the tech area.
Yeah, I think somebody might have had an issue up there at the top of the ramp, and now we got all the guys stalled out in the middle of the ramp, so that's going to take a minute. We're going to need some pushers to get them all the way up the ramp as we get set to roll out N main number 1. As you see there, the NOS Energy Drink ramp cam. Jack France has now made it through a couple of mains.
Nobody out of P main, the only P main of the day, is still alive, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I guess, right, yeah, nobody that raced
the P main. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So cars will head down the ramp.
I'm rooting for Brandon Boggs here. I want more Brandon Boggs interviews, especially with the muffler pointed right in Chris Wellner's face. Give me more of that throughout the morning.
He just rolled right on by me heading onto the racetrack. I took a quick peek at it to see if they made any adjustments, and doesn't look like they were able to bend it back anymore. So you got a good pinch there in the exhaust of the 13.
See if he can make it work. Again, N main number 1 rolling out onto the racetrack.
And the M main contest for the Soup today on Dirt Draft is going to lock at the start of this N main.
So
get those Dirt Draft lineups set on the Soup contest today. Keep in mind the top 100 get a free $50 gift card to Deathridge Opticians. And Clinton, you've got Connor Morrell at the top of the ramp.
Yeah, I do. Connor, not quite like sprint car racing. We're here awfully early in the morning, but you having fun getting a little soup?
Yeah, it's these things are definitely different, I'll tell you that. I've never really drove non-wing in my life, so I ain't got the first clue how to drive these things, but I'm slowly getting the hang of it.
You got a few races here to figure it out. What is the biggest difference between wing sprint car racing, which we normally see you do throughout the summer, and these midgets?
Well, I'm slowly learning with the midgets that you basically have to be on it the entire time.
Well, that's the name of the game. He's going to gas it up in these next few mains.
That is indeed the name of the game.
I just adjusted my Dirt Draft lineup to get Brandon Boggs in it, so.
The hero we all needed.
So here's the lineup for N feature number 1. Starting on the pole, you're going to have the 11J of Todd Jackson. Outside row number 1, Nathan Moore in the 25J. Starting third, Justin Bates in the 21T. Rolling off fourth, you'll have Mike Woodruff in the 11C. Making up row number 3 will be the 77K of Kevin Cook, and then Troy Betts in car number 22. Starting 7th, the 68B of Blaine Peterson, and rolling off in P8, you have Tim Kent in the 07th. Row 5 to the inside, you have Leroy Boone in the 75X and Adam Bolliard in car number 4 outside. Starting in the 11th spot, it will be the 11X of Donovan Peterson, and rolling off 12th, Tim Creech the second in the 17K. Rows 7 and 8 will go to Brandon Boggs, Carter Gendrud, Connor Spear, and Jeff Schindler. Those are your scheduled 16 starters for N feature number 1.
So the last 6 cars there in the lineup, rows 6, 7, and 8, were transfers out of O feature number 1. The rest of the cars that are locked in, they finished 11th and 12th in their C features. So all the cars in their C features on their preliminary night, I should say. So all the cars that are locked into N mains 1 and 2 finished 11th and 12th in their C features on their preliminary night. And if you're not sure, they line up the cars based on the driver who won their preliminary night, what they drew in the pole shuffle. So if you were on Monday night, Kyle Larson was the Monday night preliminary night winner. He drew number 1. So if you finished 11th in your C main on Monday night, well, you are the first car in line among the cars who finished 11th in the C main. And then I believe it was Landon Brooks who drew 2. He was on Tuesday night. So if you were 11th in the C main on Tuesday night, you're second.
CV drew
so
3.
Yeah. So.
Boys, I may need to get an agent. I talked to Mark Daly. I said, "So, can we put it in writing? You missed the transfer." He said, "We'll talk." So, I need some expert agents out there to help negotiate my deal.
You know what I bet could get the deal done for you, Chris?
Who's that?
A check.
100%. Can't wait to find out what that's going to be.
Chris, is Maggie watching?
Oh, you know she is.
Maggie, do we approve of this?
No, I'm about to get a text. No.
Let's go.
We'll see. We'll talk. We got a year to think about it.
Yeah.
You have, according to Brian Walker, Chris,
we can get sponsors.
Not to put you on the clock, but B-Walks tweeted, Chris, you have 359 days.
That's right. That's plenty of time.
So again, a couple of pace laps here in N main number 1, making sure the lineup is squared away. The racetrack's where we want it to be. Terry Maddox back waving the sticks here today in a couple of basketball games this week, but he's back today. And
Drumright Middle School, Drumright, Oklahoma.
You think they won?
Oh, Terry, I bet they did. Oh, we got some bumper tag already here.
Yeah.
Hey, we're getting into
creepers.
We're getting into nitty-gritty time, baby. It's N mains. Let's go.
Oh boy,
that start is gonna hold.
I don't know if I don't think the leader really went that early though.
And we already got a car facing the wrong direction in the middle of turns number 1 and 2.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think Todd Jackson went early. I just think the outside didn't really go.
That's the 68B of Blaine Peterson.
Guys, I like the aggression from Kevin Cook with the bumper tag. He's in my dirt trap. Let's go.
Oh.
No! That's Brandon Boggs.
Right front.
No.
Call for the wrecker.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
and
the dirt draft
locked.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, no.
That's the way my dirt draft week is gone. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That's not going to work.
No
Blaine
bueno.
Peterson bring out the L. He was 18th at the IMCA Super Nationals in a Sport Compact this year, which is a Hornet 4-cylinder. He was 12th in LMA number 2 in 2020, his last Chili Bowl appearance. Brandon Boggs looks like Chili Bowl might be done for the rookie that was 10th in A-Class Micro Points at Port City Raceway here in town. Shane Stewart's Port City Raceway.
I'm bummed.
And a non-wing micro winner at Port City on June 14th was Brandon Boggs.
I was hoping he was going to be a big soup eater this morning.
He sounded like he was ready to eat some soup.
Yeah. He was ready for something.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
That's, yeah, 9. What would we assess that as? 9:30?
Yep.
10 o'clock, dropping F-bombs?
So officials still trying to get the drivers in their correct starting order.
And they did dock Todd Jackson. Todd Jackson.
Well, you were wrong, Blake.
I know.
Clearly, he did go that early.
I honestly thought that he didn't really change his pace.
Well,
but my thoughts don't matter.
Exactly. They don't now, and they never will.
We saw the same thing happen there again. I just think Nathan Moore's struggling to get going on the high side there a little bit.
Hey, nobody named Moore struggles.
Oh,
okay?
trouble on the back straightaway.
Is that Tim Creech?
That's Tim Creech. Yep, one of our O-main transfers.
We've seen some airtime this morning, fellas.
Sure have.
Get a look at the iBox Springs instant replay here. Watch the top of your screen. There's Creech. Oh, just that might not be too bad.
It looked worse on initial.
Just when you first glance and he's
like,
up as high as he
man.
was, you think, but yeah, it might not be too bad. We'll see. But yeah, just was venturing up there to the top side and kind of got squeezed into the wall. Brian Ward, you're there. Do you see anything?
Yeah, kind of the same thing I saw with another car, I believe, last night, where the left rear tire is just smashed up against that left side torsion arm. And when they picked the car up yesterday, it kind of gave it the clearance that it needed, and they were able to push it right back out. So I'm not sure what exactly the geometry is here to make it look like that, and then it gets rolling again. They're going to, I believe, push them over to the work area, see if anyone wants to take a look at it. But that was the only issue that I saw was really on that left rear.
Well, pushing him off, but he didn't turn right into the work area there, so I think he's just going to try and fire off and get going again.
And still lucky for him, no laps are in the books in this one.
And he was, as Blake mentioned, an O-feature transfer, so he was already going to have cars to pass as it was. So yeah, he'll roll away.
Car looks like it's going to handle well when he gets back on the throttle.
Connor Spear, one of our transfers. From the P to the O to the N.
To the window, to the wall.
I think Jack France is too, right? Don't we have another one? Jack, yeah.
Jack France is in N feature number 2,
though.
But Spear and Schindler out of this one.
Spear, a rookie, picked up lightning sprint wins at Santa Maria and Merced, was 6th in Ventura sprint car points this year. Out of Ventura Raceway. That's one I haven't been to that looks beautiful. Turkey Night Grand Prix there.
Yeah.
Right on the ocean.
Sign me up. Definitely.
Take a trip there next year, Earl?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Let's go.
I'm in.
To where?
Ventura.
Ventura.
To Turkey Night.
In California.
Right on the water, Chris. Literally.
Yes, I saw. Yeah.
That's one I haven't been to.
Should I type up your permission slip now?
Yeah, geez.
When is it? I forget. It's
Saturday after Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Guys, Ventura, California, 40 degrees is the coldest you will ever feel in your entire life.
Guarantee. I don't know. I'll say, I mean, I haven't felt it there, but 40 in Florida at night, Clint, you can confirm that.
Brutal.
Yeah, it's a
brutal.
very similar feel. It is bone chilling.
It is. Like down in Florida, Georgia in February, you can't get enough layers on.
Yeah, I imagine
that's coming from negative
I remember
temperatures in
a
Iowa.
couple years ago on my way down to Florida, I stopped at Screven when the All-Stars kicked off the season.
There was ice on the track.
Yes, the ice on the track, ice on the windshields by the time we left there.
Oh, that was so cold.
That was bad. But the food was good.
The food was good. And entertainment was priceless.
Yeah, oh my, what a race it was.
Oh no.
And Troy Betts, hang on.
Oh no, Chris.
When in doubt, throttle out.
Chris, that's your guy.
Yeah, it's a New Egypt Speedway feature winner.
And the race saver. And doesn't want to take that trailer home. Price probably came down again.
Yep.
Well, might have just gone up.
I don't know.
He said he does not want to take that thing home.
Guys, do you remember when Brian Ward was talking about he hasn't had too much work this week?
Yeah.
We are fixing that right up.
Yeah, I've done a little more this morning than I did all day Thursday.
That was a pirouette into a flip.
Yeah.
Here's another look.
No contact.
Never lift, baby.
Can't be scared. Yeah, no contact on the flip.
Credit to the rest of the field, too. I mean, a guy running third goes around a time and a half and pirouettes up onto his side and still good to go.
I think Aaron Reitzel won that race down at Scrap. And just thinking aloud here, Blake.
Yeah, Donnie won.
Oh, was it Donnie?
All right, give me a second. Let me pull my
Get
all-star
better,
totals up.
Earl. Get better.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure it was Donnie.
That's where we had Salisbury Steak Tea money, I believe, right? At the concession stand? Yeah.
And Tyler McKim with the winner. Donnie Schatz swept the weekend.
Of course he did.
January 29 and 30 of 2021.
He's the GOAT.
One of 4 appearances for the All-Stars.
Guys, talking about races in Georgia, RTJ flying to Atlanta today. Going to sit there till 1 o'clock and either hop on a plane back to Florida or to Tulsa. So waiting on a decision there.
I saw that he was in Jacksonville this morning, hanging out.
Yeah, Golden Isles.
Yeah.
About an hour up the road from there. I went there last year for the Kubota High Limit races and flew into Jacksonville. About an hour trip. Sat with Earl, actually, in the upper deck there.
Had fun.
We did have some fun.
Steve O'Neill.
Came up and sat with you guys for a heat race or two.
Uncle Jerry.
Uncle Jerry, yep.
Just a couple people up there having a good time. What a beautiful facility.
It was.
Golden Isles
is.
We should text Ben and DJ and find out what the deal is if we should get RTJ on his way over here. Selfishly, hoping that they rain out, we can get RTJ over here. He'll be in a C-main later on tonight.
So a little bumper tag here coming to the restart. Single files, guys, as we're still looking to complete one lap here in the end feature. Ooh, boy, things. Bumper tag again in turns number 3 and 4.
Look out. Tim Creech and Blaine Peterson, who have both already been involved.
Creech looks like he's going to be done.
Yeah, she's folded up. Peterson, I would imagine, is going to be able to drive away. Tim Creech, not the same. And
Brian Ward. Brian Ward is like, nah,
yeah,
I
you
don't
can
even
set
feel
this
like
one out,
crossing.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian, you got it, bud.
We
You
got
just
it
stay
from
over
here.
there in turns 1 and 2.
Front end's folded on Tim Creech.
Yeah, I'm just going to start watching up here on the big screen. We got some great camera guys that give you a good look
Hey,
at
if
it.
you can evaluate from the big screen, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like maybe some spindles, something here on the front end. The Panhard bar might be open.
There's a ton of fluid actually out of there, too.
Yeah, you can see it there. The big trail, so no kitty litter, though.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
it goes all the way around.
Wow.
Who? I believe that trail actually came off of another car. I saw, I didn't get the number, but it was like a white with some red and black car that was smoking pretty good right before that caution came out.
Thank you, Brian.
It may be the car right here on the backstretch about to push over to the work area. I'm seeing the backside.
Troy Betts is in the work area. Blaine Peterson is in the work area and going up the ramp, it looks like. And it's the 11X. That's Donovan Peterson. And he's got the helmet off already, so he's going to be done. Peterson, a transfer out of an O main. But he's going to go up the ramp as well, so.
Ramp's busy.
Oh, yeah.
In all the wrong ways.
Ramp and Brian Ward are really getting put through their paces this morning. And we saw this yesterday, and it ended up not coming to fruition, but it does now.
Martin's got the tiller out.
Yeah, it's going to scratch off that top layer where the moisture is.
Martin Edwards there on the tractor. Grandfather Lanny partners with Emmett Hahn in this event. Back when it started.
Guys, you're talking about RTJ. He finished 22nd last night down in Golden Isle for the season opener for the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series.
One of the cars in the work area, Spear, they already came down and changed his right rear earlier in the race. Now they've got a left rear. They're going to try and change.
Thank you, Brian Ward.
So, That's Connor Spear. This guy's working hard as he continues to try and march through some soup. He showed up for P feature number 1. That was good enough to transfer him through. He survived out of O feature number 1. That got him here. Right now they're working, trying to get this left rear tire changed. And good time to do it, as you just saw the tractor still out scratching up the top layer of this racetrack where we had a bunch of moisture put down, we believe, from the 11X of Donovan Peterson. So Spear had time. They've got it on, and they'll push him out onto the racetrack and get him ready to go. So he'll be able to rejoin. And we do have 1 lap complete. I don't know where we're at quite on time.
We got to be getting down there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think that's probably part of the reason, too. You're starting to really see some aggression on these restarts because these guys know that they have that 10-minute mark in the back of their mind. And at the same time, you've only gotten 1 lap in, but we've had a bunch of changes. So Spear getting rolled back out. And there you see they're going to try and work in. They've already kind of stitched it back up where the top layer of the racetrack got scratched.
Yeah. Quick and easy.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
We just got an update.
Up to 54 flips.
Wow.
Right now.
We started the day at 48, so we've got 6 already. And we are on, what, our 4th race? Right?
Yes.
We only have 1 P feature, yeah. So we're on our 4th race. We're at 6
Not
flips.
a good average.
No.
I'm not huge.
No, hopefully,
Flip count.
Hopefully that makes its way back to the mean here. Kyler's blowing us up.
Yeah, he is.
Thursday, as Brian said, he wasn't busy. Thursday, we only had 5. We've got 6 already today. Earl, do you know what the other tally mark is in there?
Let me take a look.
No picture in there yet.
Oh, yeah, it's not in there.
No.
Yeah, okay.
We'll reveal it later in the day.
Yeah.
You hate to ruin the the average.
Yeah.
And
right. No.
wanna,
Yeah. We don't want to.
Yeah,
we don't want to skew it.
No.
We need it to play itself out before
we reveal it.
Yeah. Exactly.
EHJ, they're rolling in the bottom pretty good there.
Sure, I remember, folks. There was some fluid put down on the bottom side of the racetrack to where they had to bring some equipment out to scratch that surface, and now the guys are just gonna run that in.
Earl, what would the Steves be saying right now?
Yeah.
O'Neill and Steinley. What's going?
At what point do we get the mattress out? Mattress would have cleaned that fluid up real quick.
Lickety split.
Earl, did we get any closer to dialing in a return to the race car for next year?
I have not had any update on
Dude, come on.
You got an offer though, right?
I
The
did get
an offer.
Got an offer to run a 600 back home.
I got
Sarah
offered.
said yes.
I got offered to run a slingshot in Atlantic City, but that fell through.
Yeah.
And we know
no
you get
racing
offers as well.
experience and several offers. That's alarming.
Just more proof that these guys are not that smart.
No damage policy or no crash clause.
No. This is not a rent or ride, anything like that.
We need to get that in writing. Well, we're back.
We're coming to the white flag too, boys.
This
so
is
time is out.
Shortest end main in Chili Bowl history at 3 laps, 3 for Dale.
So who is going to be the 6 cars to transfer on, or who's going to go on the hook at the end of this one? Because that's it. That's all she wrote.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a hard ride.
Big. That's the Carter Gendrud in the C71.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that looked like his car when he went upside down. He was a transfer car.
He was in 5th. Yeah, remember top 6, move on.
No, back to the Earl Hoon Jr. Oh, no.
So tentatively, this is how they crossed the line. Justin Bates wins it. Then you have Nathan Morris 2nd, Todd Jackson 3rd, Tim Kent 4th, Carter Gendron 5th, and Jeff Schindler 6th.
And
now we do want to point out that Adam Bolliard finished 7th because that could
We won't take a transfer.
Oh, yeah, they won't. They won't just add one.
An alternate.
Jensrud's climbing out of the car, so that's the good news. You get a look at the iBox Springs instant replay.
Ouch.
Man, yeah, that was pretty wicked.
Carter Jensrud, a rookie this year here, was second at Thunderhill Speedway micro points and fourth in Gopher Midget points at Thunderhill. 9 wins for Carter this year, 8 in a micro and 1 with the Gopher Midget Series.
Hey, fellas up top, one of you's Jeff Schindler.
Big stretch there.
Yeah, well, it's early. Showed up for the P.
Poor little
then
chair.
Through the O, then through the N. Now going to the M. Yeah, Earl, let's talk about poor chairs. So Jeff Schindler, despite that one only being 3 laps, he made his way through. Carter Jensrud going off on the hook. We've really worn Brian out this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Wilner.
Well, we're here to find out if Jeff Schindler is hungry for some soup. You're the second guy now through a couple here in the early parts. You got a bloody lip. Were you biting your lip during the race?
Well, there was a couple times where there's some people flying through the air, and I didn't know, so I was just biting my lip for good luck, I guess.
Well, hey, you're through another one. I know that was a short race, but what'd you learn, and you got more in you?
No, my car's awesome. I don't know what happened yesterday that put us back here, but this car is a rocket ship. Got to thank A.J. Felker and Esslinger for the engine, and United Mechanical sponsor, and Lone Wolf Petroleum and Karen's Custard.
All right, well, you're moving on, bud.
Special thanks to Ben Ritchie out there, and let's go get him.
He's confident, boys. Says, love the car. Jeff Schindler through 2. He's got a whole crowd up here this morning.
Hey, why not? Hopefully the Rowdies start to pick up on what Jeff Schindler's got rolling, although to be fair, they didn't really see him in the P main, but yeah, he's P to the O to the N to the M. As we get a look, N feature number 2. Sean Chappelle, Robbie Smith on the front row. Joe Perry and Oliver Billingsley in row number 2. Dakota Hiley and Kyle Hawes in row number 3. 7th, Josh Hawkins. 8th, Brian Harvey. Earl McDoula Jr. and Brandon Lewis in row number 5. Those were your lock-in cars after their preliminary night. Cars advancing from the O feature. I didn't get those 2, but Jason Bennett, Gordy Gundaker, Chris Roseland, and Jack France.
Andy Pake and Connor Morrell.
There you go.
Jack France, he's a guy that's transferred a couple times twice already this morning.
Hopefully these guys
the
get
only
some
one
laps to do it.
That raced in a P.
Yeah.
And is still alive. Put a little caveat in there with race.
I'm sure Jeff Schindler does not care.
Doesn't care. He still transfers.
He's rolling through.
Boys, this ought to be good. Clinton Boyles, I see you already down there making fun and having fun with the top row Rowdies.
Yeah, you guys are over here acting like the Rowdies are asleep. We know that is not a thing. They were here bright and early this morning. What time did you guys show up today?
We got here about 7:45 is when we came down the ramp.
7:45 is crazy. You keep track of who's making runs through the main, who's doing what?
We always keep track of who's going through the soup, and we had to be here to make sure we saw Robert Bell. So,
got to see Robert Bell. He didn't make it through. What time does?
I
lost my whole week's paycheck on that race.
Oh.
Who'd he have? Why? What happened?
He had Robert Bell. That's unfortunate on the transfer. Robert jumped the start, so that messed it up. What time do the fun race activities, drink starts flowing? You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning, you don't start in the morning.
Well, yeah, but it carried over from last night. So we had some. I actually was one that fell out early, but we'll be back probably about an hour or so. Murdoch don't run until maybe afternoon today, so that's going to really help. So about time Murdoch hits the track, we should be full tilt.
There you have it, guys. The Rowdies are pacing themselves today. It's a long day ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly. It's a long day.
Hey, guys,
Marathon.
also top of the ramp real quick, you mentioned Carter Jensrud, who was upside down. I just ran back there. They're scrambling to get a Jacob's ladder in that car, get it turned back around. But Adam Boylard is going through kind of the line in the tech area, although they're not doing tech, but he's still strapped in thinking that Carter's not going to make it, so we'll see who makes the call here.
Chris, interested to see how they handle that.
Yeah,
because in years past it's always been,
if you didn't finish top 6, no matter what happened,
no alternates.
Yeah, I was under the impression. But
if you're Adam, why not be ready?
Right.
You never know.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Yeah. Yes, Earl.
Well, I was actually talking to Chris Wilner up there because we've been saying about how it gets a little difficult to navigate back there with the crowd, and with it being 10:30 here Tulsa time. I mean, how is the crowd starting to form back there for people that just have wristbands and watching it on the big screens?
Honestly, Earl, I haven't seen this many people this early in the day. Again, 10:30 local time here, and you have to bob and weave, and everybody's got their head on the swivel. We actually almost had an accident here at the top of the ramp with just people trying to get through. So it's starting to pick up. The energy's starting to build in this building, and man, I'm getting excited. It's only 10:30. Let's go.
All right, settle down, Chris. Don't get too excited now.
What else?
It's a long day. What else? It's a long day,
still waiting
fellas.
for my coffee to kick in.
We don't all get to be Caleb Hart and take the morning off. And so N feature number 2.
Hey, Earl.
Yes, sir.
I do know Kagan's dialed in with had a roommate.
Oh, yeah?
He's dialed in. Yep. Good to see he got climbed out of bed early.
He's not still looking for a hoodie from 15 years
Reagan
ago.
got
is
that,
he?
but Kagan his roommate might have taken it. Who knows? But Brian, what do you got for us?
Guys, I mentioned the last car that I looked at that was rolled over and how that left rear tire was smashed up against the torsion arm. And that was something I needed to look into and study, and I thought it might be something with the Jacobs ladder. But Johnny Bolin sent me a message, and he said, hey, when they roll the cars over like that, it puts a big load on the left rear and kind of smushes the sidewall of the tire into that torsion arm. Once it gets up and going, it naturally creates the clearance that's required. And when the car is under power, it pulls it away from the torsion arm and gets even more clearance.
Thank you, Brian. So we go green here. In feature number 2 is off and not running.
Boy, we are.
Yeah.
We're in the meat grinder right now.
We're having fun.
We are in the thick of it. Jason Bennett and Chris Roseland, the two cars.
Transfers there.
Involved.
Ibach replay coming. Ibach's getting their sponsor money out of this. Let's see. The gold car is Bennett.
On the initial start, log jam.
Oh, just a log jam, yeah.
Andy Pake was also a little sideways there. He was able to keep his foot in it and keep rolling.
I need to know if the top row rowdies prefer orange juice or tomato juice.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you either like mimosas or Bloody Marys in the morning. Inquiring minds wants to know.
I don't know.
We know Earl prefers
tomato
tomato juice.
Yes,
because
100%.
at Waffle House the other morning, he just said, give me all the tomato juice you got. Sold them out.
Sold them out. We went back the next night. They didn't have any.
More.
Get me out of here. I've had enough.
Mason probably took it. That's why. She probably got the last of the tomato juice.
Chris Wilner, what do you got up top, bud?
Yeah, guys, I was just following up on the Carter Gensrud situation. They're not going to make the call because they actually were docked a couple positions for passing before the cone on that last restart in the last main. So Adam Boiler is going to move on and not Carter.
Thank you, Chris Wilner, for the update.
Well, that'll solve that situation right there.
Yeah, everything
Come
works
on,
itself
fellas.
out there.
Come on. Let's complete lap number 1.
Oh,
nice
boy,
and easy.
Jesse Sheeple skating across the track there. Wheels turning left, cars shooting right.
We did it.
Jumping Joe Perry. The Montana Sprint Car regular with John Youngquist, Frontier, ASCS Frontier region. Oh, Kyle Steffens, hang on.
Steffens tight there through the center of the turn. Jack France, Jack 22G.
From the P to the O, into the N. Can he get to the M?
I think he can. He just picked off another one. That'll put him up to 5th.
Oh.
He's going after 4th now. He's going to get by Billingsley. Billingsley now gets shuffled back. Chris Roseland, who was just involved in that earlier yellow. Roseland's going to slide by, and now Chris Rowland up into the 5th spot. Billingsley, Earl McDougall Jr. going to grab that final transfer spot now.
This time by halfway, 5 laps in the book, 5 to go. It's all Joe Perry in this one in the 28G. In second, Sean Shaple. Then you have Josh Hawkins and Jack France, 3rd and 4th.
Joe Perry 4th in ASCS Frontier Region points this year, Earl, with the win at Big Sky on September 7th.
This is the battle for the final transfer spot. Andy Pake is on Earl McDougall Jr.'s back bumper. Pake, another one of our transfers from the O feature, trying to keep his Saturday and his Chili Bowl alive, trying to work just under Earl McDougall Jr. They're going to come to 2 to go this time by.
Time starting to tick away here in end feature number 2. Andy Pake, you are on the outside looking in. You have got to go now to get into that top 6.
Connor Morell on the move as well in the 14 car, trying the high side way upstairs.
White flag is out one more time around. Who is going to get in the final transfer spot? Oh no! A little bit of oil came out and flash fire there on the headers. Good work by the safety team to extinguish that fire.
Ron Wiegert quickly on the scene.
We have said it all week long, boys.
Dakota Hiley, not Kyle Steffens. Apologize.
Hiley and Harvey were the 2 cars involved over there.
But I was saying, guys, we have said it all week and really stressed about it at the Tulsa Shootout as well, and how quick the safety team is here at the Tulsa Expo Raceway. I mean, when they see a car get out of shape, they're already on the move to get to that person. By the time they're done flipping, they're already on scene. So let's take a look at the iVox Springs instant replay. Not quite sure how he got out of shape there. Don't know if he biked it.
What's that?
I think something actually broke on the right rear. Brian Ward, you're on the accident scene.
It's Clinton. I'm over here with the Rowdy still, but he had like a right rear torsion arm or something broke for about 4 or 5 laps there and was just making laps. But yeah, definitely something broke before he crashed.
Thank you, Clinton Boyles.
Good to see him get out of the car there. He was out, no problems. And
yeah, I'm down here as well, and they're going to have to hook to the back of this race car because the frame rail's basically sitting on the ground here. And as soon as we get hooked up and get on a ride, we'll get a word in with Dakota here in just a second. Well, now they're going to hook up to the front. I don't know if it's going to be able to make it.
Dakota Hiley, a rookie
inside.
A rookie this year, Brian, had some micro and midget starts in 2024 and ran both the micro and the midget at DeCoin in December. It kind of turns into a tune-up race for the shootout and the Chili Bowl.
Yeah, a rookie run here at the Chili Bowl doesn't end too well, but that fire kind of ignited there after that oil came down on the headers. That had to be a scary situation.
Yeah, a little scary. You know, I knew I was done, so I just figured why not flip it in turn 3 right before the finish line.
Well, we're glad to see you in good spirits.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Dakota Hiley heading up the ramp, and we'll be done for the day.
Why not flip it?
Why not?
Why not?
Because it might catch on fire, Dakota. That's why.
All right, boys. Coming back to green.
Overtime.
Who are going to be the top 6 drivers to move on? Had a great battle on a final lap between Earl McDougall Jr. and Andy Pake for that final transfer spot.
They're going to shake up here. I think Jack France going after another spot. We got one shuffled up out of line. That was Chris Roseland, who was running 5th. Andy Pake now to Roseland's inside. This is for the final transfer spot. Pake's going to get by him as they come to the white flag.
Final time around. Pake still that 6th trying to...
Earl McDougall Jr. No, McDougall Jr. got shuffled up out of line. Roseland's going to get the 5th. Pake will get 6th. It's Earl McDougall Jr. who ends up outside looking in along with Connor Morell. So Joe Perry gets the win in end feature number 2. Josh Hawkins 2nd. Jack France, P-O-N, now to the M for Jack France. He gets 3rd. Sean Chappelle, Chris Roseland, and Andy Pake. Your 6 cars transferring out of end feature number 2. Earl McDougall Jr. was 5th when he took the white flag. He ends up 8th. He's on the outside looking in. But Jack France joining. Jack France joins Jeff Schindler as our 2 cars here in the morning, making their way from the P feature. And we've talked about it. The Dirt Draft Soup is going to, the first one will end on the M main. Download the app or visit dirtdraft.com. Get your subscription. Sign up, join a contest, draft your team.
Use that promo code, FloRacing.
And we will ship you a free T-shirt. Personally, I like the one there on the bottom left with the big block modified on it, but to each their own.
I like the USAC one has a nostalgic feel to it. I like the feel of their new revamped logo, the NOS Energy Drink Ramp Cam. Jim Shepard, one of our track chaplains, walking by in the red shirt there.
So we now roll out those M features.
And one of Chris's M main picks is already done.
Unreal.
You're going to have your work cut out for if you want to get that gift card from Deathridge Opticians.
I got no chance at anything. I don't usually win anything, and that has certainly come to fruition with my dirt draft lineups this week. So again, cars rolling down the NOS Energy Drink Ramp Cam. Up at the top of the ramp, Chris Wilner has Jack France.
Well, it's number 3 and counting for Jack France out of Cleckheaton, West Yorkshire, England. You've got a lot of folks at home watching you here. You told me you want to go through at least 5. You're well on your way.
Yeah, we had some trouble on Tuesday night with the car, but we're just trying to scrape it all back now and hopefully do everybody at home proud that's watching. I know there is a lot of people watching, and yeah, just do it for them now.
I know you're out of breath a little bit. This is the time of we're in a battle of attrition, and really the physical stamina comes in. So how do you keep yourself fresh?
Yeah, I'm all right at the minute. It's your bum starts to go a bit numb on this seat, but yeah, I'm all right. We're good for a bit yet. We'll just keep going. Once you get out there, you forget all about it and just get your head down and keep going. Yeah.
It's exciting, isn't it? When you get through a few, people start to take notice, huh? You got quite the crowd that was following you up the ramp.
Yeah, we're not where we should have been really. You know, I expected to be a lot further up than we are, but yeah, we had those problems, and now when we've still got 1 or 2 problems, we're just managing them. And I said to the boys last night, I said, if we can get a bit of a car underneath me, we can work with it through all through the day and hopefully keep going.
Nice job. We'll continue to see the soup run for Jack France. Has fellow Brit Tom Harris down here helping as well. And it's all smiles. I know he's got a large fan base back across the pond tuning in live on Flow.
So M Feature 1 will roll trackside. This is how they are going to take the green flag, starting on the pole. Jameson Spies in the K9, then George Lux in the 48G outside. Starting third, Mark Chisholm in the 56S, and Kyle Bielum in the 31K. Starting fifth, Steve Miller in the 80A, and then Ryan Timmons in the 73B, rolling off sixth. Fourth row will go to Jory Hughes and Travis Minya, and then row 5, Jacob Harris in the 26G and the 77B of Brett Clabundi outside, starting in the 10th position. Rolling off 11th, Justin Bates in the 21T. 12th will go to the 25J of Nathan Moore. Row number 7, Todd Jackson, Tim Kent, and then final row number 8, the 8X, the 8X of Jeff Schindler and Adam Bulliard in car number 4, starting 16th.
Earl.
Yes.
Kagan wants to know, are you a Clamato juice kind of guy too? Like a little Clamato?
Not my go-to. Not my go-to, to be honest with you. I like a spicy V8 with my Bloody Mary, or just straight up.
Yeah, well, Chris, you missed the show at the Waffle House the other night, but Earl just...
Which night?
Give him the glass, couple V8s straight in there, no ice, and he's...
Off we go, boys.
He was off to the races.
Listen, you can't be surprised that Earl's disgusting.
No. We love him.
I like my vegetables.
In juice form, obviously.
I can tell you right now, we have not had
Ross Wheat's the vegetable rights activist.
We have not had a lot of vegetables this week.
Now, granted, I don't agree, but isn't a tomato a fruit?
Technically, it's a fruit. Yeah, it is a
So-
fruit. But they mix vegetables in with the fruit.
Yeah, they call it vegetable juice.
Yeah, but tomato is a fruit.
I don't understand that.
Rank your favorite fruits, Earl, while we're waiting here. Here, we got one stop.
No, go. You got to do it. I want to hear this.
Jacob Harris, 12th in the
Peaches is pretty.
We saw him consume peaches the other night.
Peaches is pretty
but they
far up there.
happened to be out of They may have been soaked.
Yep.
But so Chris, you missed it because you were asleep, but they handed Earl the bottle of moonshine and said, Earl, you can have a peach, and Earl took like 5 peaches out of it and
They
then
were
handed the rest of
tasty.
them. Oh, here you go, guys. I guess there's 2 left. You can split one in half.
We were hungry. Dad wasn't going to take us out for dinner that night, so I
All
had
right,
to
so you
find
got
something.
peaches. You got 3 left. Can he name
your Mount
can he name
Obviously,
fruits?
tomatoes are up there. Pears, I like. Watermelon, strawberries.
You're keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
What was that, 4 or 5?
5.
We're at 5.
Well, you said give top 5.
No, I said Mount Rushmore, and you still got space.
Oh,
You
Mount
still-
Rushmore.
You still got space. You
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, boy.
It's a big. You have 2 Mount Rushmores.
Crazy
We're still
horse.
yellow.
We're hitting Crazy Horse too. We're still yellow, so.
Did I say pears?
Yeah,
You did.
got pears.
said
What's
pears.
that?
Well, all right. Well, you give me your Mount Rushmore.
Strawberries.
Yeah.
No.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Give me a good apple.
Yes.
I like pineapple.
Yeah.
Too.
No. Oh.
And yeah, pineapple would probably be pineapple or a tangerine. It's a toss-up coin flip for the final spot.
Apple.
Are you a blood orange kind of guy?
Apple, banana, grape, watermelon. Done.
I did cotton candy grapes. Ooh.
Done.
I get cotton candy grapes every time at the grocery store.
Very simple. You know what you got to do to grapes? Freeze them.
Yes.
Yes.
They're like candy.
Yes.
I didn't know it.
Yep,
My girlfriend told me about it.
Yep.
Fantastic.
They are good frozen. Well, that'll do it. There's your Mount Rushmore of fruit in case you're watching and wondering.
There's your
Your
nutrition
health.
facts of the day.
Your health segment
come
of
back.
Chili Bowl Saturday.
Caleb said-
Caleb Hart, if he's watching, he is not impressed with us right now.
No, he's shaking his head.
We'll get to vegetables later
His
on
glasses,
here.
his glasses are on his forehead, trying to watch his phone at the hotel room.
Shaking his head at us.
Looking at
Hey, Earl.
stats from Michael Jordan from 1992.
Oh, we got Jacob Harris stopped again.
I think
Midget
it's-
360 and Race Saver starts this year. Earl.
Yeah, that's how that looks.
I think it's going to be an up the ramp for
He,
the
well,
26J.
and he probably, has his Dude Drip sunglasses that we bought the other night.
Yes.
As well, the flip up, the old school. He
Was
probably
he part
has
of
that
that
one
camp?
too. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
He
that.
bought a pair.
He
I
should-
bought a pair.
He should
yeah.
get his glasses, though, that do that. His regular prescription
Great marketing there
glasses.
by that young guy selling the
Dude Drip, that was
sunglasses. He
what?
met Earl get about 8 drinks deep and then came up to him about buying.
That was back, I think, by the Tanner Thorson.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
right by Tanner's car.
8 drinks deep. No, that was in the beginning of the night.
That was after the 4th serving of.
I mean, you were in batting practice.
Yeah. Well,
Tyler McKim didn't even step in the
Tyler
box.
McKim didn't even grab a bat.
There's another tally, 2 boys in the truck. Yeah, he didn't even grab a bat. He saw the. He saw when you
the night
stepped
before
up.
he stepped in the batter's box, took 1 pitch, and then backed out.
He's scared of the ball. It just got too close.
The ball.
The ball went. No, he's done. He's backing out.
Oh, man.
Let's see.
I just hope he can make rent this month.
Jameson Spies missed the call. Looks like he.
Oh, I had him, too. Oh, my goodness.
God, don't pick me in any
Seymour.
I think I had Jameson as well. I mean, starting on the pool of an M Main.
You're right.
Oh, Kyle
boy.
Beilman. Hang on.
I
Kyle,
have Kyle Beilman, too, so he's probably going around.
I thought Beilman. He saved it, though. George Liu leads lap 1. George owns the Carolina Race Saver Sprint Series now. Former Casey Kane Racing crew guy.
Gonna try and keep our eye back here.
Oh, hey.
There we go.
Come on, Jeff. Get it back under you. Get after it. Jeff Schindler, our P-Main transfer car. Got a little
Where is
crossed
he?
up at the back of the pack. He's
He's
last.
in trouble. We're going to need some help.
He's 11th. He's got to get 5 cars in the next 7 laps. Unfortunately for him, this one hasn't really had any help. We haven't had any yellows since losing Jacob Harris before we went green.
Bad dog, no biscuit, Chris Moore.
Adam Bolliard, though,
Yeah.
taking advantage of the help that he got. He's going to make his way by Brett Clabundi. Try and run down Tim Kent in that 07 who has the final spot. George Lowe and Kyle Beilman, your top 2 on your screen.
5 laps to go here in M feature number 1. As right now, looking to go flag to flag can we do? We'll look back
Here he
throughout the
comes.
field. It's a battle
That's for
between
8.
Adam Bolliard and Jeff Schindler. Still, Tim Kent in the 07 sits in that 6th and final transfer spot. Has to be careful as we got 3 laps to go this time by.
Easy.
Schindler needs a yellow. He's coming after 7th. Oh, man, drove it in hard there to try and get under Clemundi. He's getting after it. He wants this thing to continue. Why not? If you don't get to the top 6, your Chili Bowl's done.
Right. So here we go.
Out.
They're going to see the white flag this time by. Things are starting to get interesting for 4th, 5th, and 6th.
That'll do it.
White flag is out. White flag, Anderson.
White flag.
Settle down, Blake. Don't rule my man
white
out
last
yet.
time.
That is Steve Miller in the 88. He has the final transfer spot. Clemundi drives it in deep. Oh, I thought they were both going around. Steve Miller's going to hang on. He will have the final transfer spot. George Lowe, the 48G, gets the win. Kyle Beilman gets second. Jory Hughes third. Justin Bates, Tim Kent, and Steve Miller round out your transfer cars. Brett Clemundi, Jeff Schindler, Adam Bolliard, Todd Jackson, and Nathan Moore all coming up short. Schindler's run from the P main will end 2 spots shy of transferring out of the M. So again, we will send Lowe, Beilman, Jory Hughes, Justin Bates, Tim Kent, and Steve Miller into L feature number 1. But first, M feature number 2.
Hey, we're off the back page. Or almost. One more race off the back page here.
Well, you got that one. I got
this.
We got
a different one. There. Yep.
Although, now that we're into it, I think you made the right call.
No, but you got the partners and stuff like that, that make it happen for all the team cars.
But yours, as far as keeping up with what's going on throughout, definitely.
Veteran.
Yeah, you've done this once or twice.
Let's go up top to Clinton Boyles.
Yeah, guys, I got Justin Bates here. Justin, you're through 2. Quick refresher here. What do you got to do to turn around and get through a 3rd one?
Man, I don't know. He's done such a good job all week. I was so bad yesterday, stuck back here probably where I shouldn't be. So, all my races seem to go caution-free except for the one that I was out front. So maybe we can get a little luck too. And I don't know, we're just going to have fun.
Yeah, you never know around here. You can grab a whole bunch of cautions. So go out there, have some fun. We'll see you through a 3rd one.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Clint. Earl, media day for Cars Tour.
Yes, sir.
What do you say we scope out the start of their schedule after this lineup, Earl Hoon Jr.?
So row 1 will be Nathan Kilwine and Brandon Maddox. Row 2, Ray Brewer and Henry Chambers. Row 3, Gunnar Pike and Jack Potter. Row 4, Brian Peterson, Brock Elliott. Row 5, Tony Helton, Jason Tessier, and then Joe Perry and Josh Hawkins make up row number 6. Row 7, Jack France, Sean Chapel, Chris Roseland, and Andy Pake, drivers making up row number 8. So we're going to go and look at the schedules for the Cars Tour, which you can catch every lap on FloRacing.
That was not Cars Tour. Kyler off his game.
Boys are still waking up in the truck.
Still a little slow to the draw.
Hey, there we go. Going to kick off the season down at the New River All-American Speedway. Then March 29th, Wake County Speedway. Cordell Motor Speedway will host the series on April 12th. Then Orange County Speedway, April 26th. And then they're going to kick off the month of May at Ace Speedway.
Jeff Gordon, an all-star win. All-star Circuit Champion Sprint Car Series win at Orange County Speedway, his first one. Ran a couple pavement races, the All-Stars did, back in '89, I believe.
You're such a nerd.
That is a nugget.
That's a nugget for you.
Brother Blake hitting facts.
Here's
Brother
another
Blake is a nerd.
Here's
Sure.
another nugget for you. Chris Roseland in this one, one of our transfer cars.
Yes.
He's from Carter Lake, Iowa.
Oh,
All right.
Geez, here we go.
Carter Lake, Iowa is on the west side of the Missouri River. The Missouri River is the state line, but the Missouri River has shifted through the years, and it's actually like you could say it's in Nebraska, but it's one little tiny spot in Nebraska. It's actually
Iowa.
considered Iowa. So there is a little bit of good on that side of the Missouri River.
The more you know.
Yeah.
The less I care.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you ever going to make it out to the state of Iowa?
It's God's country.
I mean, if Blake is there,
you want to have a safety meeting at the Dingus?
I will meet.
They're
with
watching
Blake
us
in
right
Iowa.
now. See, here you go, right there. See See, there's the river. There's Carter Lake right there. Now you know, Chris Moore.
Now you know.
Right next to beautiful
Here's the map. I'm going to zoom in here.
And there you go.
This is where the river used to be. Now it's shifted over here.
Yeah. You know, I got a text that said you guys really got to pace yourselves. You're going to run out of things to talk about if you're already talking about fruits and vegetables already. And I was like, no, I think we're good.
Listen.
I think we got plenty.
We haven't heard Earl and I before.
Yeah. and just think, Blake and myself are going to be together all day.
Yeah.
Because come shift change, we go to the top of the ramp.
All three of us.
Yeah, all three of us.
Are you ready?
America, the world. Stay tuned.
We're sorry.
I hope, man, if we get to do a pit walk with the three of us.
Oh, we'll find a gap in there to do a pit walk.
Man.
I need to stop by Sammy Swindell's camp. I need some clarification on a couple things.
You need to know if he's white or not?
Well, no.
He told us.
He
told us.
He did tell you.
Oh, we got one stop.
Oh, no.
Look out.
Oh, no. We're already wrecking.
Earl.
Hey, that's 2 spots for Jack France.
That is
That is?
potentially. So it could be a safety stop though, and then the 17 car nowhere to go.
Is that?
So we'll see. We'll see what they rule here. If it was a safety stop, I imagine they'll give the stop back. That
I believe is Henry Chambers.
Yeah.
And Ray Brewer.
Gunner Pike 17, or that's Gunner Pike in the 17D and Ray Brewer.
Oh yeah, it's 17D. Yep.
Yeah. Gunner Pike, a rookie, was 2nd in Race Saver Nebraska State points and 12th in national points in the 17D. Ray Brewer, who's a Chili Bowl rookie, was 4th in Creek County and 2nd at Tulsa Speedway, 305 points. Season best runner 3rd at Tulsa Speedway on June 21st. So a couple of 305 equivalent guys there. Race Saver, the 305 equivalent. Earl, you get a lot of race savers when you run the race savers out of port.
Yeah, we average about 45 a night when we have them. But it's a great program. The Pennsylvania Sprint Series has been around for a good while now, and we run them. We have about, I think 10 shows on the 2025 docket for that series, and it's a great division.
You get Stephanie Dodson come up, call the races.
Stephanie Dodson on the call.
Voice the pass.
And it really helps grow the sport and grow the sprint car division as well, because we have a lot of 305 drivers that move up the ranks and move into 410 competition.
And we're getting some race savers at Skagit, starting to kind of slowly pick up some race saver sprint cars that run with our sportsman division. We'll have a couple run this year.
Stephanie Dodson, by the way, came to my wedding, unlike you, Blake.
Yeah, I know.
She was ripping up the dance floor.
Yeah.
Her and Doug.
Yeah, Doug.
Well, I ripped up multiple things that night. The dance floor,
the pants, and the dance
my
floor.
tuxedo.
Yeah. I wish I were lying about that. But
nope, there's evidence. Kevin Osmolsky.
Yeah,
he'll let you know.
There's photographical evidence that Earl ripped his pants.
Uncle Jerry's not much of a dancer, though.
He
was holding court outside smoking heaters, and eventually when he needed a refill at the bar.
The 2022 most valuable player at the National Open was Uncle Jerry.
And then when you came up to the National Open, that styrofoam cooler didn't have a chance.
Have you met Uncle Jerry yet, Chris Moore? Earl's uncle, Jerry?
He's not really my uncle, but he's like everyone's uncle.
So the national anthem's happening at the National Open, and Uncle Jerry may have had a few drinks, and Keg and Rankin and I had a styrofoam cooler full of beer. And
I blamed Wade Onger, too.
Uncle Jerry stepped through our styrofoam cooler during the national anthem, and our beer went everywhere.
That was your first and only national Open,
I made it.
right?
I worked David Gravel's one.
Okay, yeah, okay.
In 2014. First one as a fan, though. Here we go. We're back to racing. They got things sorted out. Gunner Pike did get his spot back. I think it was more of a safety stop there. Oh boy, we got
wide.
It's slick out there. We got slick, greasy. We got guys skating all over there. This is just setting up for a recipe for disaster here, fellas. Settle in.
Long day.
Not a long race though.
No, 10 laps, but these. Oh boy, this is. I'm stressing out just watching this right now. They are all over right now.
Blake's anxiety is starting to peak.
It is.
And it's not even lunchtime.
I'm usually not even up right now.
So, yeah, join the club. So, Brandon Maddox is going to be your leader. Gunnar Pike in second. Tony Helton third, as you see a battle for the top spot on the left side of your screen and 3 wide on the right. That's a battle for the transfer.
Yeah, we're going double box here.
And that's Chambers. Chambers has found something at the top side of the racetrack. It's making it work.
Hey, somebody's got to go up there and make it happen. Chambers is trying to make speed up there. He's now, he and Josh Hawkins run 5th and 6th. Oh, Chambers catches that K-rail with that right rear tire, loses a little bit of ground. Nathan Kilwine and Jack France on his back bumper now.
Oh, trouble.
No.
Oh, see? And that's Gunnar Pike.
He's running in second.
Yeah, so that's going to slide up some guys.
Safety officials will get him back on all fours. Brian Ward, you're coming to the accident scene. What do you see down there?
Yeah, this one's not going to be able to be repaired in the work areas. A little more on the rear. There's a ton of mud packed up underneath the axle, in between the axle and the frame. Left rear tires off the wheel, and there's a lot of fluid underneath the race car as well.
And guys, Henry Chambers, right now, he would be 5th, but he was in that 6th and final transfer spot. We can start to see the right rear tire starting to go down as we'll look at an iBox Springs instant replay. This is Gunnar Pike.
Oh, just got up on the berm.
And there's Henry Chambers in the work area.
Do they have a tire? Is that?
They got a right rear.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Or is that even
That might be
his
another
crew?
team.
Yeah.
That might be for Gunnar Pike. Yes, it is. And they're not wasting any time. Henry Chambers is still waiting for his team to get down there.
Right after it.
And caution lights are out, and we're coming back to green. 4 laps to go. Brandon Maddox will lead them back down in the turns number 1 and 2. Andy Pake advancing his position.
Thank you, Adam Marks.
Jack France on the move. Can he get to the top 6 as he's going to go for 8th there? Oh, boy, that's close. He'll take
That's 6th.
Barely.
That's for the final transfer.
2 laps to go.
Oh, he got it.
He's got it. Come on, Jack.
Jack France.
Putting on a show this morning.
A real showman.
Kilwine, what does he do in turns number 3 and 4? Go above the cushion. They'll come around to see the white flag this time by.
Chris, Clinton, we expect you to go chat with Jack France here.
Continued our
soup.
Yeah, our accented friend. Checkered flag will come out. Brandon Maddox gets the win. Joe Perry.
Another transfer for Joe Perry.
Josh Hawkins gets another transfer. Tony Helton. Andy Pake gets another transfer.
Joe Perry from the N to the L.
Yeah, and
Pake from the O. Jack France from the P. We got some guys eating some soup.
Let's
we
go.
Sure do.
Let's go. 2025 Chili Bowl Saturday, and multiple guys getting after it here this morning. The 39th running of the Chili Bowl Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink. And we are through.
Those cars make their way up the ramp. You can see that on the NOS Energy Drink ramp cam.
We are through M's and now into L features here on Chili Bowl Saturday.
Excited to see how bad we performed in the pool there.
Oh, yeah, dirt draft.
Dirt draft.
I did terrible.
I did too.
So, while we mourn our sorrows for our dirt draft performance, those of you at home, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching Saturday coverage of the Chili Bowl Nationals right here on FloRacing.